Well, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be ripping out the interior of the C8. Sounds pretty daunting, but it shouldn't be that bad. I've done it in the C5Z probably 30 times. Reason being is for sound deadening. Yeah, so if you're not familiar with the C8s, or if you don't have a C8, or if you have a C8, I hate the direct injection ticking and the AFM valves. It's not a fun sound. The ticking is just kind of constant. And then the AFM valves, whenever it goes to V4, the V8 mode, really unpleasant noise. It just doesn't sound nice. The purpose of this is to mitigate a lot of that noise. The sound deadening that comes in the C8 is very almost non-existent. So I'm going to be doing almost 3 layers, 2 layers of kill mat, I believe it's called, which is like a Dynamat, and then 1 layer of like almost a 1/4 inch foam on top of that. So it should mitigate quite a bit. I think the hardest part of this process is going to be getting all the panels out. Outside of the seats being bolted in, there's not really a lot of bolts. It's just pulling off a bunch of panels. And I'll do a time lapse showing you how to do that, of course. But yeah, so hopefully it's not too bad. We'll see when we get in there. We'll start with the seats, take the seats out, clipped underneath, and we'll start taking off panels. There's not a lot of write-ups, not a lot of videos on taking apart the behind you parts panels, but there's a lot in the front, so kind of going in this blind, but it shouldn't be too bad. Tools to do this is just some very basic panel popping. I have a couple. I grabbed a few more tonight just to make my job a little easier. Hopefully I don't break any tabs. Worst case, I'll get some more, you know what I mean? So, all right, roll the intro and we'll start taking stuff apart on the car. So we're gonna start over here on the passenger side. Again, there's 4 bolts for each seat. Use your electric motor, just scoot it back, do those 2, move forward, that 2, the harness underneath, undo that guy on both sides. We'll get both seats out and then we'll start just taking off panels. Probably start right here, working our way down. This will stay in place. These side panels will take off. You'll see it when I'm done. And any lessons learned doing this, I hope to take off all this too up here and get some sound deadening as well. Anywhere I can put it pretty much. So let me go ahead and do a time lapse, and then any lessons learned doing it or hard parts or things you should know, I will touch on that after. And these are a 15, by the way. That's pretty standard for seats. So, all right, let me set you up, get to work. Seats are out, probably 20 minutes. Not too bad. They are heavy though, heavier than I thought. Probably about 40, 45 pounds with the airbag. Very stout seat, so be cognizant. Doing this again, I probably should have put a mat right here. I got lucky, I didn't scratch anything, but very easy to do. So going back in, I probably will put a mat or something. This guy, super easy. It looks intimidating. It's not. 1 tab right there, push that up, and then right here, this one, push that, and it slides this way and comes right off. There's a little Christmas tree you gotta take care of, not a big deal. And then, like I said, 4 bolts. They're on there really well. A lot of Loctite, so just be in for a little bit of a fight, but not too bad. And after looking at this, I've done this in my C5Z sound deadening. It was a nightmare because it's not at Targa, so you have to really just finagle everything. This is a lot less real estate. It's just here down. If you have a C5, you gotta go all the way back under tubs, wheel wells, etc. This seems much easier. So on this side of the carpet, I'll get all the way up to the foot box. All of this I'll get out. And then, yeah, it's kind of a learning experience for me too. So, all right, I'm gonna set you up and we'll start taking stuff off, starting with the waterfall. And then, yeah, just miscellaneous panels all the way around. Here we go. Okay, so everything over here on this side is done, except the carpet, of course. The only collateral damage I had, I muscled my little speaker a little too much and I broke the clip. So I gotta solder that back on and order a new one. It's always something, man. But I can say so far, I have not snapped any panel clips, which is outstanding. All right, let's go ahead and tackle that side. and then get the carpet out. The last thing I'm doing before I'm taking the carpet out is these little safety guys right here. There's two little, well, you can see them over there, little holes. You just pop those off. T25 will take it out, and then you just gotta fit it back through the carpet. Get this one out real quick, and then we'll get the carpet out. And just like that, all the carpet is out. This is probably an hour and 20-minute job. You can take the seatbelts off and take that. You don't need to. Plenty of seatbelt room to pull it over the top and close your door while you're doing this. Yeah, this metal, very thin to your engine bay, so I'm glad I'm doing this. Very well put together though. It was actually really easy to do. These panels though are on there good. So you're gonna be in for a fight getting these damn things off, and make sure you use a panel tool. Luckily, I did not snap one tab, which is outstanding. Just a stupid speaker I gotta fix, but no big deal. So yeah, tomorrow, like I said, 2 layers of kill mat everywhere I can fit it. And then we're doing that foam over top of it and then the carpet back on. So it should reduce sound from the engine bay pretty well. I don't think the window is the issue. This window is like a 1/4 inch thick, so not much sound getting through that guy, but I'm gonna put stuff everywhere, all around. Everywhere I can fit it, I'm gonna put some kill mat. So, and you guys will see me do it tomorrow. All right, guys, see you then. All right, just like that, it's the next day. All of my stuff arrived on time. Outstanding. This is my kill mat right here. It's pretty heavy. Probably about 10 pounds worth, and then the actual foam, probably about 2 pounds worth. So we'll be adding about 12 pounds to the car, assuming I use all of it. I will be getting that weight back when I do the exhaust, so I'm not too worried about it. And these come in sheets, which makes it really easy to lay down. So it's pretty cool. Just like this, nothing too special. You peel the back off, and I got a little tool in there, a little roller to roll it down. And then these little pieces, once they kind of flatten out, you know you got it adhered. So, and you get, I think, I want to say 36 square feet in this box. This was about $50. This was about $60 worth of foam. It's about $110 to do this. And in the description below, we'll have where to get this stuff on Amazon if you want to do the same route. And by the end of the video, we'll know if it's worth my time and your time. Cool. And I ordered these little tools. These were like $10. This just helps you get it all flattened out, if you will. I should have did this with my C5Z. It would have made my life a lot easier, but it is what it is. Right here. And you get 3 different sizes. A wide one, and then a skinny one for all the little cracks. And then here's the little foam blocks. And they go on top of the mats. Yeah, these are actually about a 1/4 inch. These are pretty lightweight. It will make some of the panels going back in a little difficult, but I'm okay with that. So, we'll touch you up back over by the car. We'll start putting stuff in the car. It'll be a fun time lapse for you. It's gonna kill my knees and my back, but it is what it is. And I'll just be cutting this with some regular little shears. Just some of these guys, some 10 snips should work just fine. All right, let's go to the car and get to work. Got the first layer pretty much wrapped up. I got about, geez, probably 10 sheets left of the kill mat. So I'm gonna take my time, cut little strips, and do all the little details around the window. Up in here, take my time. If I have any left, I'll do the door jambs too. We'll see what we got left. But then when I get to the foam, I'll put you back on my tripod and I'll show you how I mount that stuff. I might put some in those little holes over there, little cavities. We'll see. So, all right, I'll see you guys shortly when all this is wrapped up and all the little details I gotta get done too. I think we're good on the kill mats. Couple places I got 2 layers, but for the most part, just one. And I got some up around there as best I could. There's lots of little, what do you call them? Clip pieces you gotta work around. Real pain in the ass. But the biggest part was back in here and the other side back in there and around glass best I could. But both footwells, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. There's lots of little weird intricacies doing this. It's kind of drive me insane. In the last 10 minutes, I cut the hell out of my hand and my finger too. I should have been wearing gloves. Lesson learned. So when you do this, make sure you wear some gloves. So I'm gonna clean up a little bit and then we will get into the foam. The foam should go a lot quicker. It's much more of a broad brush stroke, if you will. I don't have to be as detailed with it. And then yeah, we'll start putting stuff back together and take it for a little drive. That is a lot of sound deadening. So some spots 3 layers, most spots 2 layers. Not the prettiest job. Again, you're not going to see it. I think the biggest challenge now is going to be fitting the carpet over this. I think behind the seats it'll look a little puffy, but you'll never see it. So I'm going to fight with the carpet, make sure I can get it in, everything's good to go. And then we'll do a time lapse putting all the pieces back in the car. All right, I was worried the carpet would look a lot more like bulbous, or I don't know, you can't even tell. It's not too bad. And actually, there is some decent padding in this carpet in the back. It's not great, but it's something. The floorboards look fine. Can't really tell. So let me throw you on my tripod and we'll start throwing stuff back in. Wasn't too bad. The hardest part was the waterfall, getting that in. A little bit of a struggle. I did have to use a rubber mallet for a couple little spots up there, but it is kind of tough to get it back in, but not impossible. The carpet was easy. This part was easy. Door trim, I didn't do much down here, so that was easy. Top went on easily, but yeah, the waterfall is the hardest part, but not too bad. But yeah, you can't really tell there's any sound deadening at all. So I got little handprints everywhere. The back glass is all boogered up. That's all boogered up. So I'm gonna clean up everything really well, get it vacuumed, and then we'll throw the seats back in. We're all put back together and ready to go for a drive. I'll try to film it. It's dark, it's hard to see, but regardless, I will report back here shortly. All right, I know you guys can't really see me, but I'll talk a little bit. So I've been driving about 10 minutes, windows up, of course. So, and also the main time I hear it bothers me is in cold weather when I have to have the windows up. When it's warm, top off, I don't really hear it. Anyways, the ticking is pretty much gone. Maybe 10% what it was. There's no road noise. It is eerily quiet, but I can still hear the AFM valves, which is annoying. It's still a win, but maybe I can rectify that when I do the exhaust. Maybe I can muffle those somehow. I don't know. But just the quiet cabin and no ticking is phenomenal. Yeah, this is a game changer. So much better. It's worth the 6 hours of your time for $100. Not gonna lie. So cool. Let me drive around a little bit, make sure I'm not crazy. We'll get back home, give you my final thoughts and lessons learned doing this. All right, there we go. Wasn't too bad of a job, but yeah, after driving about 20 minutes, the ticking is probably 95% mitigated or gone. So it was a huge win. This wasn't just for nothing. I'm relieved. Highly recommend doing this. The AFM valves, you still hear that, which I'm not a fan of, but I might have a plan for that. Or I might tune that out later. I think there's tuners now where you can just disable the AFM, go into V4 mode. You lose a little bit of gas mileage, but whatever. I know a lot of people will be like confused by this video if you're watching still. Like, what? I like the sound of my engine. I love the sound of the LT2. It sounds amazing. It sounds great. I love the sound of the exhaust. It's a great, even in just the stock performance form. I hate the ticking. It's the ticking that drives me insane, especially in touring or if you just have it the windows up and it's cold, like I said. I feel like half people can hear it, half can't. Maybe it's a weird frequency that only some people can hear. Some people hear it, some people don't care. For me, I'm very sensitive to things. It just drives me insane. But again, I love the sound of the car. I just don't like the direct injection ticking. My C7 had it too, but there's a firewall, so you couldn't really hear it inside the cabin. Not a big deal. But in the C8, the metal between right behind you and the motor, you got to think between your fuel rails, your injectors, and your head, probably 2 feet, not that much. And the metal between the two, you have that carpet, a little bit of padding, and then probably, geez, 1/8 of an inch of aluminum, maybe even less, and then the engine. So there's not a lot partitioning you. So this gives you almost 1/2 inch of padding and foam to really keep the drama noises in the engine compartments. One thing I did notice, the cabin is noticeably more quiet, a lot less road noise. One thing I noticed driving around the windows up, I never heard before, was the rocks hitting the side of the side skirts. It was always enough noise in the car. I never heard that. Now I hear that. So I'm gonna get those little splash guard deals. I don't know. So, but yes, definitely a huge difference. $100, $100 in a day of your time. If the ticking bothers you, you could really pretty much get rid of it by doing this. So, and then later on, when I do the exhaust work, I'll try to get rid of the AFM noise somehow. That didn't bother me as much, just like a constant ticking, especially when you rev it really high and let off. You really heard it. It drove me insane. But yeah, much better. So I'm happy. Any questions, please let me know. Tools required, very minimal. It'll be in the description. 15 millimeter for the seats, a couple of Torx bits, a T25 and a T15, I think, and some panel popping tools. The panels are strong. They're on there really damn good. Getting them back on, even with like 3 layers of foam in some spots, or sound deadening, wasn't terrible. It did take some muscling to get them in, but no, they're in there tight. No squeaks or rattles, which is nice. Not too bad of a job, and yeah. Any questions, by all means, let me know. So that's it for today, guys. I got a C5Z video coming out next week, so look for that. So until then, mark out.